Welcome to Casey's Cozy Garage, and today we are taking a look at putting dual stage foams, or just kind of foams, into our micro crawlers. And I know that this is a thing that you do with 10 scale crawlers to get that foam tuning, but we are extreme here. So our SCX24 is really heavy, and the tires just do not have enough support. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So right here, I'm starting to have this issue where when I am side hilling, the tire's just too soft. The foam that comes in the RC four-wheel drive scrambler is good enough if you don't add too much weight, but my truck has basically gone to the gym and it's got so much gain, so many gains, and then my weight distribution is kind of ridiculous. If we look here, it still wants to tip forward as I lift it up near the front of the truck, and it helps me climb, and that's how I like to drive my truck. So I've already installed one. These I got from the local hobby shop. It's like crawler foams. They're like tuning discs, so you can add stiffness to your tires. And it would be way cheaper to just get foam and cut it out, but I'm lazy, so I just bought these tuning discs, and I've installed one already, and I can show you the difference. So this tire does not have it installed. It's really soft, and basically once we start tipping the truck, see how much that tire folds? Like, right there. That folds more than a wet noodle, if you ask me. But I have the foam installed on this one, and I have it installed on this side of the inner side of the tire, which keeps the outside of it soft. And look, when the truck goes up on a tilt, it maintains the shape of the tire, and so that'll give us more stable side hill capabilities, and I think that it'll make the truck a little bit more confidence inducing to drive. It'll raise our ground clearance up a little bit because there's too much tire flex on this side, on the side that doesn't have the foam in it. So basically all you have to do is take this and put it inside of these tires, which is easy since they are bead locks. So let's get cracking on it. So here we have my bead locks, and I like to run the Injora stamp steel wheels. These are the deep dish version, and the reason why I like running these is because they're nice and gold, and they're actually kind of light. I have more weight on the drive line instead of in the rotating part of the drivetrain. And then then you're about to see that everything I just claimed is invalid, because guess what? I have added some weights to these wheels. Let me show you. So these weights you would stick on a wheel to balance it on a real car, and on the scale cars, well, they're just here to add more weight to the ring. So I'm gonna take one of these, and essentially it goes right outside the bead lock ring, like so. But since I have these weights, we have to get clever, and we have to cut just a little bit. So now we have our slot, which the weight will sit in, kind of like that. And I got to do one on the other side. And these, honestly, they don't have to be perfect. We are not going very fast with these wheels and tires, so if they're out of balance, if they're a little bit off, you likely won't notice it on a crawler like you would if sand or something got in your basher or your racing cars. Sweet. So now we have a little bit of that going on. So the tire faces this way. These are RC four-wheel drives scramblers, and they're holding up pretty good. I think that bead has a little tear in it, but I think we can still run them. And I think part of the reason that these tires got so beat up is they didn't have the support running with all that weight on the front. So let's stick this. So this will be the outside of the tire, this will be the inside of the tire. And we're just going to stick it in here. So now the foam, the tuning foam, the thicker density foam is right on the side of this. Cool. And then it goes together just like any other beadlock wheel. So you stick your ring, your beadlock ring in, then we'll just put it in there. Like so. I want to make sure that tuning ring stays on the outside of the beadlock ring. And then the back of the wheel will go in right about here. Then the front of the wheel goes here. Line the bolt holes up and then squeeze them together and make sure the bead is sitting behind the rim of the wheel, and then we'll put it together. So now I've got everything lined up. It seems the bead is in a good spot. We can begin putting the bolts in back into the beadlock wheels. That's another reason why I like these stamped steel wheels, is that they only have 6 bolts instead of like 300 for some other styles. Cool, I'm just checking the back of the bead. Oh yeah, it's good. So now we have all the support amongst the front. So the rears don't have any of that foam yet. I haven't done the rears yet. I might leave them like this because honestly the back of the truck is very light. And then the fronts, they have this new foam which is much stiffer, and it's only on the inside of the tire. So if I get on any fun obstacles that have a lot of deformation, we can still deform over things on the outside and get that good contact patch. But it won't collapse the whole tire in some situations, which will be cool. We'll have a little bit more ground clearance. Yeah, now we can stick a whole finger underneath the front diff, and that will be good. We can even put extra weight on the front of the truck, and look, it doesn't deform the tire some more as it would with that. I think now is about time where we take the truck out and really see what the difference is. I wonder if it will handle too much differently. I really like stiff tires on my rigs, so we shall see how these tuning foams affect the truck. Now I have the tuner washers only in the front, not in the back, and I really want to see if we can resist squishing all the way up to the rim in some situations. So yeah, let's get in here and climb. And I kind of like how the tire was a little bit more supported there as it climbed up, and then the rear can squish a little bit. So now it looks like they squish at about the same rate, just because the front of my truck is so much heavier. Let's see what it looks like in this situation. Oh, look at that. There's a lot more support right there. Like, the truck would be understeering a little bit more if I didn't have a stiffer front tire. Okay. Yeah, that looks really, really good, actually. Let's go over here. Watch that. Watch how that tire reacts. I just like how there's kind of a reasonable amount of squish in the tires now. I didn't really take too many before shots, but I think you have to just trust my word on it. Yeah, it's much better. I think it's a good option if you are running a lot of weight on the front. Also, look at the spot here. But yeah, have a little bit more ground clearance as well, since the tire is holding it up. That's really, really nice. Yeah. I'm still getting used to this brushless system and trying not to over torque the driveline. But yeah, this looks really, really good, especially going over the technical stuff. Let's really squish this tire up against the rock. Oh, no problem right there. Yeah, the tire's not folding as much as it used to. Man, I'm just having so much fun because of what this truck has become. I love this truck. Maybe I'll do a full build overview on this Axial SCX24 someday, because where it came from to where it is now is quite the journey. And yeah, but yeah, cool. Let's get back and talk about kind of our conclusions. All in all, I think it's a really good upgrade for at least my specific truck and for my truck's really heavy front end. I think that the limitation is that they are tuning discs. I don't think they're a one-size-fits-all. I did put another set of these in a truck that had smaller tires, and I had to cut up the discs so they would fit. And if your truck is light, I think that you would benefit from the squish that tires and foams have out of the box, whether you get aftermarket tires or whether you have the stock tires. But all in all, this was me talking about these cool tuning discs for microcrawlers, SCX24. If you liked this video, give it a like, give me a subscribe, it'd mean a lot to me. If you liked the music that was in this video, it is my band's music, so I'll leave that in the description below and give us a follow. This has been Casey's Cozy Garage, and remember, I hope that you have a good day.